So today we're going to be talking about advising services. I'll go over briefly about other support services. We'll look at the School of Social Work and Human Services website, and also encourage you to sign up for registration webinars, and then we'll have our question and answer period. So for advisors, we can help support you in making informed decisions, and we work with you to clarify your goals, develop academic success skills, and access available resources and services. On the website, you can look and you can use that website to book appointments with me. We are offering right now appointments in virtual format, similar to this. We would see each other. I can share my screen with you, and also email and over the phone. And then we have some additional resources on the website, and it has connection to other services. So if we open up the Advising Center website, just want to show you quickly, there's a button right here which is book an appointment. You can just click on there and select your program that you're in, and you're a current student, and you would be social work and human services, and you are part of the degree program, and you would just continue on using your student ID number. In addition to booking your appointment, we also have some resources and handouts here, which are good to take a look at. There's some additional information about, there's GPA calculator, educational planners. So there's quite a bit of information here. Support services like Academic Success Center, the Math and Stats Center, timetable worksheet, BC transfer guides. There's quite a bit of information on our website, as well as the DYU live online. I have a PowerPoint there that you may have seen, so feel free to take a look at that after as well. Right, I'm working with 3 screens, so something that I wanted to talk to you about, which is going to be quite a big part of your program planning, is your My Grad plan. So you can find your grad plan through your My UFV account. This is an audit of all of the courses that you would need to take for completing the Bachelor Social Work program. You would go into your My UFV account, click on the Campus Life tab, and then there's a My Grad Plan box, and you click the word here. So I have one opened up here that I'll share with you. The sample grad plan. So this would be, your name and your program. I've just done a what if because this student is a pretend student who's in Bachelor of Administration degree program. So it would show you everything that you needed to complete the program and all the coursework that you would need, and then the electives that you would need. So if we wanted to do, if you're interested in seeing what it would look like, if you wanted to do the child welfare specialization, you could do that with your own grad plan. And we would go down to here, Bachelor Social Work, and the concentration would be child welfare specialization, process what if. And then you would notice that instead of having the option to take 4 or 5 electives, you have no options. You have to take these courses. That would be the change. If you wanted to declare that you wanted to do the child welfare specialization, you would just let me know that, and I would fill out a declaration on your behalf. That just means that you have to take these specific courses, and they would need to be completed before you did your 4th year practicum. The 4th year practicum would be with the Ministry of Children and Family Development or a designated Aboriginal agency. And it's quite a competitive practicum, and it's not guaranteed even if you do take all these courses. It does depend on your interview and if the MCFD accepts you and your grades and things like that. So that's your My Grad Plan. And when you meet with me, I will always be pulling up my grad plan, and we'll be using that to make sure you're on track to complete your coursework. We also will be doing a completion plan. So this is a working document that would kind of guide you in what courses you should take in which semester. So the grad plan overall tells you what do you need to complete, and then the completion plan that you and I would work together with would tell you, well, what courses do I need to take each semester in order to meet my target graduation date? So as you can see here, this is for someone not completing the specialization. If you're completing the generalist option, you would be taking these 4 courses and a social work elective or social work 380. So you could take it fall or winter. And then in winter 2021, you would be completing social work 330, which is your practicum, social work 312. And if you completed 380 over here, then you would put an elective in over here. When you're taking your 3rd year practicum, you want to take no more than 2 courses with your practicum. And with your 4th year practicum, no more than 1 course. So that's what the Practicum Center has asked me to relay to students. You don't have to take summer semester in the program, but as you can see, if you did not take summer semester, this would be pushed here and you would have to take another course here. So it does help to take some courses in the summer semester. And some people have quite a few courses completed before even entering the program for the Bachelor of Social Work. Of course, you have your 60 academic credits that you needed to enter the program. But on top of that, some people may have already completed their upper level general elective, for instance. So then we would just simply not put that on your completion plan. So that's why it's a really good idea to make an appointment with me so we meet one-on-one, because everybody's education plan will look slightly different depending on what their goal date of graduation is, what they completed before entering the program, and if you're doing the generalist or the child welfare specialization. Fall 2021, you would need to do 410. You have a choice between 301 and 483. And then you have your electives, upper level general elective, and your 4th year practicum. So you can see here, it's quite, when you get into the bachelor's program, it's quite particular in which order you take your courses, because social work 330, you need these prerequisites and these pre or co-requisites. Well, these courses are only offered in fall, so you can only take them then to be ready to take practicum in winter. And then again, for 430, you need social work 330, which means this package of courses, in addition to your 404 and 410, and this one, to be able to take practicum here. Now, you don't have to complete the program in 2 years. It is designed that way. You can take longer, but you would need to let myself and the Practicum Center know that, because then that determines when you would take practicum. Practicum is only available in winter semester. So if you decide that you only want to take a couple courses in fall, then you would not be able to take your 3rd practicum until this winter 2022, because you need all of these courses completed before taking that program or that practicum. If you wanted to do the child welfare specialization, then your completion plan looks like this. They want all of this coursework here that we saw sort of on the grad plan, how that changed. They want all of those prescribed elective courses completed before taking practicum. And the goal is to have this practicum by itself with the Ministry of Children and Family Development. If you needed to, having an upper level general elective with that one would be okay. But as you can see, there isn't much choice. You need 497 or 496. They're offered fall or winter. 380 is here. So it really is laid out for you. If you've completed a couple of the courses prior to being admitted to the program, then of course we would take that off of your completion plan. This is a document that another advisor had put together, and it just shows a whole bunch of supports that you have as a student. And there's the Advising Center, there's Accessibility Services, Academic Success Center, Center for Experiential and Career Education, Counseling. financial aid, and you have all of these services available to you for free while you're a student at UFV. And we encourage students to really access all of the services that you have available to you to help support you in your schooling. The School of Social Work, they have a web page where you can see the Practicum Center and contact them. You probably have already heard from Tamika, who is the Field Education Coordinator, and if you have not, you will very soon. They plan well in advance for their Practicum placements, which will be the first opportunity you would have would be winter 2021. And there's also a student social work association, and it's a really good idea to get connected with them. They have a Facebook page. I'll just open that up for you. This is a student social work association, and you just click on here and it will open your Facebook, and then you get connected with them. And that students from all programs are part of that Facebook group, and they have an association that you can get involved with. And they have a list of all the executive members, and they have an email address, so they really encourage students to get involved. So that's just the connected to the School of Social Work webpage. And here they have the Practicum Center, so student Practicum. They have lots of information here. You would click on Bachelor of Social Work, read the overview, what the expectations are, and then they have the contact information there. So again, for Practicum information, that's just visit the student Practicum that I showed you. Their email address there is bswmswfield@ufv.ca. You can contact them for any Practicum-related questions. Registration, I mean, a lot of you have 60 credits, so you've been through the registration process, but if you want to, they have registration webinars available similar to this one. There's the tutorial link that just shows you how to waitlist, register, add courses. Just a reminder to make sure you have your $200 deposit on your account, and your registration time should be available by June 15th or in around that date. And the timetable will also be published at that time. And if you're not sure, when I say, social work 300 or 392, like what are those courses? What do they mean? You can check them out on the academic calendar, which is also found on the UFV homepage. Right here is the calendar. And then you would just put in social work. Oops. On here, and it lists all of the programs. So social work 300 is social work practice with individuals. There's a description, and it also shows you the prerequisite. So now I'm going to open it up for questions. So if anybody has a question, feel free to put it in the chat. I'll also open up the volume part because we are a small group. So if we wanted to have an open discussion, we can do that as well.
You can either type out your question or speak out loud.
When you said that, we may have already taken courses that could apply to the BSW. If we've taken upper level courses, but they're part of the 60 credits that we applied with, does that count, or is that on top of the 60 credits?
For general electives?
Yeah, so I did, instead of taking the diploma, I did this qualifying studies and got my 60 credits that I needed with my general electives. I did take some upper level sociology courses. I'm curious as to whether or not that counts or if that's on top of the 60 credits that I took.
We would have to look at your plan individually to decide that, because you need to graduate with 120 credits. Okay. So as long as all of your general electives are completed on your grad plan. Using the upper levels, you can use them as upper level credit, or you can take more than 2 upper level general electives as long as the credits add up to 39, basically, is what it is in that section. And then the 12 additional general electives or discretionary. So if you have 2 upper level general electives, you do not need to do any more than that, but you may be short on just general electives if you use those for entrance. Does that make sense?
I think so.
Okay. It looks like there's a question here.
Yeah, I can read it.
Okay.
Yeah, my grad plan references Group A and B electives, but the website has changed and no longer mentions Group A and B. Will my grad plan be updated to reflect the website changes?
Yes. So if you looked at your grad plan prior to the new program being uploaded, then you just hit process new, and then it will regenerate your grad plan and should show all of the new requirements. And if you and I met beforehand by chance and we made a completion plan prior to the new changes, then we should meet again to make those changes on your completion plan as well. So we're making sure you're taking the right courses in the right order. So what happened was students were admitted early to the program before the changes were actually made on my grad plan. So there was this delay, and students that were admitted to the program were seeing the old program requirements instead of the new, and it's caused a bit of confusion. So hoping to clean all of that up with all the students through the next couple of weeks if there's still questions. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Yeah.
Does she need to meet with you to fix that?
I think it's a good idea if we meet just to make sure that we're on the same page as to what you need to do. So I have appointments available. I think I have open appointments Friday. I have a couple Friday and quite a few next week. So if you just go on to the advising website and to book an appointment, and then just choose a time that works for you.
My grad plan is in my campus life.
Yeah, so let me just see if I can pull that up again. I'll show you. You were admitted to the program fall 2020?
I think she's muted.
Oh, okay.
So you're asking Jocelyn?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, she said yes.
Yeah, so I'm just getting the page up here. So if you're on my grad plan, okay. So that's not showing, that process new button, Bobby? It's not showing it on this one. This is a fake student account, so it's kind of hard to, but there should be a button that says process new. If it's not happening, then even if you could send me an email with your student number. I don't want you sharing your student number because we have others online.
She doesn't see it on hers.
Yeah, okay, interesting. If you wouldn't mind sending me an email, I will type in my email address in the chat section here so you have it. And then just send me your student number and we can get this sorted out through email. And that, And that just saves you from having to make an appointment.
Are you typing? Okay.
Yeah. So that's my email. Yeah. It might just be something I need to do on my end where I say process new. I wasn't aware of that. So that's something that I'll have to ask the grad plan administrator to find out, because I haven't actually come across that yet.
We have a question here. Where do I locate my grad plan? I don't see it in Campus Life. Sorry, I'm not sure. I'm missing it somewhere. Can you go to the beginning page?
Yeah. Okay. So this is the beginning page. This is sort of what your home page would look like.
Yeah.
And then right here, there's a Campus Life. You click on here, and then it is kind of hidden. It isn't something completely obvious. There's a little here. So you click on that. And then you still have to scroll down to see access your personal My Grad plan here, and then it will pop up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We've talked to them about that. Bobby knows this too, about how hidden that is for students.
Yeah.
So it's on the list, that's for sure. Any other questions? Okay, well, thank you very much for joining us today. If, like I said, please do make an appointment with me so we can get a completion plan created for you. That's a working document between you and I for your graduation plan. And thank you so much, Bobby, for moderating the chat for me. And I hope everybody has a great afternoon. Bye.